Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Vimbai and this is
Whatty?
my gorgeous sister. As many of you know, we're currently watching Attack on Titan.
Season 3!
Exactly, and I think this is episode 6.
Yes.
We've just come straight from episode 5.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that episode was great. We came from the trial and everything that's happened after, and it looks like they're trying to imply that his story is going to try to eat Eren, but knowing this show the way I know this show, this isn't what it looks like. So I don't want to waste time talking about it. We already did that in the last episode. If you guys, actually, before you guys know, just so for people who are just tuning in, I've never watched this.
And I've watched the whole show, guys.
Exactly. I don't want to confuse any
Love
of you
it.
wondering why she's quiet sometimes. It's because I've had a lot of comments
sure
about it.
That I do not spoil.
Exactly. She can't comment much in case she spoils things. And as always, guys, if you like this type of content, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as well as hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our future uploads.
Yep.
Without further ado, guys, let's go.
Project Eren over here.
Since when? Are they all Jack now?
Possible.
Look at you dressed like a cultist. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay.
But the same people are the ones who killed your mom. I'm so confused. This is making no sense. Why did he let his mistress be killed then? They're coming for you, don't worry. Yeah, you're in trouble here, mate. Even if he turned, he can't even do anything. When was this? Is this when you ate the last person? Did your daddy take you here? Because you ate the person who came here. Because you ate the person who was here last. What, eating? Cutting? Oh. What? Are they magicians? Are they the alterers? They... Is he from this family? Huh? Is that who he ate? Did he eat his father? Did he kill his father? Did he eat his father? Nani?
The look on your face.
Wait, I'm so lost. What? So that's why we don't see the daddy. Who was teaching him to read? Was this his sister? So the sister.
Oh, she was so cute. Oh.
So that was the sister, the firstborn.
No. That's the name of the character.
Wow. Wow. Reminds me of when Mikasa is like, the world is cruel.
Oh.
She got hugged.
Aww.
Oh, why is she so sad? Shush, they alter brains. No wonder they are the royal family for real, for real. They altered the brains of the humans. How did they manage to do that? So she has the power too. Oh, she used to come visit her. So she was never alone for real.
No.
That's who taught her how to read and write.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just sissy poo. Oh.
She remembered.
Oh, she hadn't remembered herself.
Yeah.
Well, why did you do that to her? That was your sister. No, it's not your fault. They did that. Oh, you didn't know either. Your sister. Oh. Wait, was this man out here having numerous babies? For fun? Oh, she's dead. Oh, God, he's good. Oh, no.
私には5人の子供がいた。しかし妻もフリーダを含む子供たちも全員5年前ここで彼の父親グリシャ・イエーガーに殺されたのだ。グリシャは巨人の力を持つ者だった。彼が何者なのかは分からないが、目的はレイスケが持つある力を奪うこと。
So you did?
グリシャが求めるその力とは、フリーの中に宿る巨人の力だった。
Oh, look at Frida!
フリーダの巨人は全ての巨人の頂点に立つそうだが、それを使いこなすにはまだ経験が足りなかった。フリーダは進化を発揮することなく、グリシャに食われ、力は奪われてしまった。
Is this even true?
我々一家に襲いかかった。レイスケを14歳のディルクと12歳のベーベルをくしくもその場から生き残ったのは私だけだった。
How though?
着用できる衣服は膝から下のものまでとします。目の前でその姿を披露していただきましょう。美しい。
What's
こ
happening?
れ以上の芸術作品は存在し得ないでしょう。何十年もかけて考案した甲斐があった。ヤンク、祝い見てろよ。お前の気はどれよの気が。
So it can be.
また同じ脅し文句を垂れたな。他のやつはないのか。
He's actually telling the truth in that regard. They're doing tomfoolery down there. They're gonna get Historia to eat my boy Aaron.
やつがいればそれが一番の障害になる。脅威の度合いで言えば敵に俺がいると思う。いや、あの武器がある分俺よりも厄介だ。じゃあ無理ですよ。私たちじゃ。兵団との交流を待つっていうのは絶対ダメ。そう絶対ダメ。しかし一緒に暮らしていてそれしか切り裂きケニーの情報がないってどういうことだよ、リヴァイ。
Okay, because his face.
やつのフルネームも知ったばかりだ。ケニー・アッカーマンって名前らしい。お前の親戚だったりして。
He's an uncle?
生前の両親の話では、父のせい、アッカマ家は都市部で迫害を受けていたと聞きました。東洋人である 人種の違いからか町に居場所を失い、
Oh,
お互い壁の端の山奥に追い詰められた者同士が出会って
don't want to get it.
なったのです。
Okay.
なぜアッカーマン家が迫害されていたのかは分かりません。
お前、ある時突然、力に目覚めたような感覚を経験したことがあるか？
What power? There, yeah. What is going on?
あります。
Who are they now? Is she a mystical being? What is happening, guys? Is anyone normal in the show?
ある時ある瞬間、突然バカみたいな力が体中から湧いてきて、何をどうすればいいか分かるんだ。その瞬間が俺にもあった。
So are you all related? Can you just make me a happy girl? Okay. So he's an activated being. What kind of activation?
あんたもう死ぬんだろ。ケニー、お前またケンペを殺した。かつてのアッカーマン家は王側近の武家だったそうじゃないか。それが今じゃ一族根絶やし寸前だ。一体何をやればここまで王政に恨まれる？言えよ、孫が可愛くねえのか？可愛かったな。
I was about to say.
都の化け物、切り裂けケニーか。アッカーマン家は王政に恨まれてはおらん。
The real king loves
た
us.
だ恐れられておる。王がアッカーマン家を操ることができる。
What, they can't get their memories erased?
操る。わしと確かなのは我々の一族がかつてあり、中枢の一つである。
Okay.
そして王は巨人の力を代々受け継ぎ。は？巨人の力を何だって？その力は強大で、人類すべての記憶を改ざんし、過去を忘れ去る。その中で王政に背を向けた家が2つあった。
Okay.
それが東洋の一族と
No wonder.
アッカーマン家だ。
Oh, so the mom and the dad are from the two.
重い話だ。
So his Mikasa's mom was from the Oriental
お土産
side.
にはならん話かもしれんが、やっと妹を見つけたよ。クシェルが地下街の商館で働いてた。
Is that Levi's mom?
それを産むっつって聞かねえんだよ。たく、こんなクソみてえな世界に生まれたところで。
That's his nephew. Oh,
隠してお
stick.
敵もこの王が
So are we gonna see them getting activated? The Ackermans when they're done?
Getting activated.
Are they going to be possible? Because everyone will probably be told
知っての通り、リヴァイは完全な奇襲を受けた上
they
で
still beat you up.
我々の仲間を10人
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
He's Kika.
この狭い世界じゃ投降した後に私たちを待ってるのが死んだ方がマシ
Yeah,
な日
you
々
might
だ。
as well fight to the death. I'm all for it.
でもそれでこの壁の
But
中
then
に
I'm all wanting you to join the forces. Isn't that weird? Like, I actually think.
叶
Do you know what I mean?
気がいていつ壁を破ってよし
Jesus.
準備整いました。
Well, why do I like him even though he will hurt my people?
Because Kenny's a cool character.
Couldn't they just join forces? For God's sake, we need these people to take. Like, no offense, these are the people we need, not the military police, useless twats that are on the streets. These are the thugs I need on our side. I like that blonde chick, whatever her name was. I like them people. The bold, silent one is been giving main character energy for no reason. Just oh, okay. You're a cool character.
He sure is.
Okay. Wow. Grisha.
That was the biggest thing about this episode. Yeah, what do you think about that whole story?
So, if I have this correctly, right? But this is the part that confused me. So, Grisha was a titan, right? Which
Yeah.
I suspected from whatever. We all knew that part because, duh. So Grisha was a Titan, and he came according to the storyline. Because if there's one thing about this show, I just do not always go for the first explanation of what the explanation is.
Who
because
knows?
I
He
don't
could be
know.
making shit.
Yeah, they could just because Historia's daddy, it gives me the creeps because he looks like a Titan. You know the Titan I'm referring to, guys. You know that weird one that was walking. You know the one I'm referring
I know
to.
the one you mean.
Yeah, you guys all know because all of you have watched this show. There's a particular Titan that
Yes, I know the one
he gives that. I was like, did he really? Yeah, he doesn't give. Anyway, this episode was amazing. It told us so much about the perception that the story that they've told Historia, mind you, not necessarily do we know if it's true or not. We got the background of Grisha having consumed Frida, who was a Titan. She was a great Titan. She was well built. She was like, wow, she was amazing, but she wasn't a trained Titan. She didn't have the Annie martial arts or the Eren military trained anger. She did not have whatever they needed to have. But they're not explaining how Grisha came to, like, there's a lot of things that are missing about how Grisha knew about them and him being a Titan.
There's still a lot of the story.
Yeah, the king or him, obviously he's the king, right? Like, the real king. And his family having that power to alter. And obviously they were unable to stop Grisha. So Grisha is one of the people who does not get outed because obviously all of them in that room, couldn't they just go shakalaka whatever it is and make him not do that. So it doesn't obviously work on specific people. I think we've been told that. And my suspicions are it doesn't also work on the Ackermans because they used to work with the king. So Kenny now working with the king is on par with supposedly the historical basis of his family. And Mikasa will come in with the oriental side of it, right? Because she is literally double whamming this whole situation from both angles because the parents being from the two factions that seemed to go against the king at some point, and yet had been fighting with him, which explains the story of the eradication of the Oriental people, like how they've gone extinct, or have they? Maybe they're hiding somewhere since everybody would just be living everywhere. So that was interesting to discover. So this episode was like, wow. And then we see the power Eren, and that explains how in that scene it looks like Eren ate Grisha. And guys, do not laugh at me for what I'm about to say next. When Grisha turned into a Titan, he, again, I will say it, he gave a little bit of beast. Is he related to that little beastie boy? I still think there's something there with the beast who's still not here. Where are you? Like, what the hell? I think that when he turned into it, was interesting to see him as a Titan, wasn't it? And then this is the part that now the confusion begins. Is being a Titan a genetic thing, right? Or do you need certain things? If so, if it's not a genetic thing, why did he need to inject Eren? Was it to give him, because he immediately turned into an ugly Titan. He did not turn into Eren.
Yeah, into a mindless Titan.
In a mindless Titan. He immediately turned into a mindless Titan. And through eating Grisha, he then became the Eren Titan, right? So, and this is the part, so he's now remembered that part. But how was Eren able to forget this whole thing? Who altered his mind in that moment after the killing happened?
Do you remember, this is something that's already been said, so it's not a spoiler. In the conversation with Ymir and Bertold, remember when they were talking about how they always forget when they eat somebody, like as in they don't remember how they did it or what happened.
But when he was crying about his dad, what was he crying for? Thinking his dad had died or he had killed him? That's the part I'm confused about. Yet they do forget, but Eren was busy going.
I guess he was crying because he, first of all, I guess maybe didn't know, but also he just saw the death thing, and also I think there was part of his arm was there. Yes, like you could see that.
And this further adds to my confusion. So Eren is lying to everyone about not really knowing where his dad is because again they keep bringing up, unless he just does not say it. Because again, when they're talking about him being a Titan, he never volunteers this information about That is why I get so suspicious of Eren at the best of times. Because what's happening here? He's just remembered it now. So we saw him remembering it now. So I'm not doubting that they made him remember that when they did that.
Yeah, you remember he didn't. So what he's saying then, like when he's crying, he didn't remember that.
Okay.
He didn't
Did
remember.
he
I'll
faint
just
and wake up?
tell you
So,
that.
but wait, when was this? Because this is the part of the
Yeah.
timeline I get confused. Did he go miss? Which would make sense because Grisha could have easily stolen him from somewhere where maybe if they were in the encampment. Remember, when they went to is it Trust or Rose when they first fled? He could probably have found him and taken him separately somewhere to give him that power because he was very worried. So it would make sense and he's forgotten. But I wonder if Mikasa and Ami can remember a time he went missing and came back. Like that part is where I brought it up in that episode.
Yeah.
That I was very confused about the timeline of events because it was not marrying up with the whole concept of he hasn't seen his father all these years. And I'm like, well, wait, we see him and he says, is that when mom died? So this is where my confusion is.
Yep.
The activations. I've always wondered about how Mikasa did that little do and became
there's nothing.
Was.
Listen, you can tell Mikasa the physical strength.
Yeah,
is
it's
not
abnormal. And well, when tied in now when we see Levi go ape crap, and then we see Kenny be that way, that is obviously linked, right? And there's a genetic component to it, which they're related. But now when they're saying that these people have been always unable to be altered, I wonder if when they're fighting, the other guys are going to be manipulated and these three have to fight because they're the only ones who do not like get manipulated. And I don't know if, because Eren did eat Grisha, who ate Frida, can he also not now be manipulated? Because he ate Grisha, who ate Frida. So that would have a bearing on him, unless for some odd reason when he ate Frida he ran away, and this is the story is not, but that was 5 years ago, so it's not here. I was about to say, wait a minute, when did this happen? 5 years ago? When did the whole wall fall down?
Yeah, that they said so. It happened. So pretty much this happened around the time the wall came down.
So Grisha
literally around.
So when he was going, that's where he was going.
Yeah.
And then he went. Then he came back and he did that little shenanigans with Eren. Eren ate him, and that happens. I still think there's more to Eren's story about it, but we'll take that to be the facts now. These are the facts that are presented. Do I think that they are the accurate facts? I think there's more.
Yeah.
Grisha is a very complicated person to me. I don't know, something about him. I still think he's a warrior. They keep talking about warriors. Warrior is a word. Our man, Iron Man, what's his name? But Daddy Rayner said, I was a warrior. I was like, oh, what does that mean? So the warrior people, them people. Grisha is from them place. And again, the mention of warriors when the king is talking about it, I feel like all of this is tied to the shenanigans that happened, and the erasure of what happened by the king is linked to that village of the warrior people. I wonder what the link is, and why Frida could turn into a titan, where the powers come from. It must come from that village, the village where Eren is from. Yes, so they are all connected. And Sonny and Bean. Do you remember that? We were Sonny and Bean. Those are the names we need to worry about. They came from that village of cannibals. That is the village where Eren and his people are
she's
from.
back with the cannibal village, guys.
Well, cannibals make sense because remember how the Titans be eating people? That is where they came from. They were not eating people the way they were thinking they were eating people. They were Titans. Anyway, guys, on to the next episode.
Next one. Let's go.